So today we're gonna hit 80 degrees and some of my pak choi is bolting. It's funny because it's like November 7th and we're gonna get to 80. So I'm gonna have to harvest this bok choy this week. Only one was bolting before I left on Friday for a trip. And now I have several bolting. But the leaves still look good. And my dill has just gotten giant while I was gone. Everything's a little droopy from the heat. I've got arugula going on in here. I've got some seedlings that are covered by leaves, so I'll have to find those. I have some parsley. I swear they just tripled in size since I was gone. And look at these radishes. They were like a third that size the other day, so I'm gonna pick these. I've never grown such big radishes. These are French breakfast. Oh my goodness. I've just never grown. I did not know they could get this big. So that's cool. I have these, and then I just picked some rounder types. These are hailstone and I think sparkler radishes. So for context, that's crazy. I was coming out here to pick some lettuce. My lettuce bed has really increased in size. I hope it doesn't bolt because of today, but I have some more lettuce growing right here just in case it does, and some radishes back there. And these are my watermelon radishes. They weren't forming a root last I checked, but today I think I've seen they weren't forming a root last I checked, but I should probably look again today. These are some more radishes and some cilantro. I found a couple more radishes. I'd already been pulling some, and I'm just amazed at the size of these radishes. I've never grown such good radishes. This is so fun. And I found a watermelon radish in that patch right there that I considered pulling, but I decided it was a little too soon. Well, good thing I'm menu planning today. This cabbage is going to be on the menu. I couldn't break it off. There we go. So it's bolting, but I think it'll still taste good. I just wanted to show you this crazy harvest. Here's another one that's bolting. Let's see if I can cut it. Nice. Look at that. They're so pretty. And this one too, but I mean, how much can you eat at once? So I think I'm just gonna pick those and come back and get this one later this week. I also noticed that I have some garlic coming up, elephant garlic. Every little green shoot you see is some elephant garlic. I see about 4 right now. So that is progress. That growth happened in like 2 days. Another update from literally the last 2 days is now I have some pea blossoms. I have several. I'm worried because we actually have a forecasted temperature of 29 or 27 on in the next couple days, and from my experience I haven't had peas survive that, so it might be too little too late for the peas. That's okay. Wow, my kale has gotten so big. I'm gonna go do a harvest this week, but I'm really pleased with how big this kale is. And I'm also seeing something I did not expect. One of my snapdragons is blooming. I swear I did not know that it was even setting flower buds. So that wasn't supposed to happen until next year. I'm really curious to see what it does since it bloomed now in early November, if it will bloom again in the spring, if it will make it. That's one of the bigger ones. I have all these snapdragons that I started from seed, and I'm not seeing any other set blooms yet. Here's another just large one, but I pinched it back. This one I don't think is setting blooms yet. Interesting. A blooming snapdragon on November 7th. So technically we did freeze, but my nasturtiums have survived. it must not have gotten cold enough back here. And I've been trying to save seeds on nasturtiums, but it's hard to catch them when they fall off. So I've pulled a few of these seed pods off and I've let them dry in the house, and they do seem like they're drying appropriately. So I'm kind of thinking I might pull these. I mean, worst case scenario is it doesn't work, because otherwise I would just lose them in the soil. And I don't think they're going to mature in time. They're not going to dry on the plant before the plant dies. We're going to get that big freeze this upcoming weekend. That's a good amount of seeds. So I know you can just eat the seeds. And I think that if I just dry these large ones, that I would have nasturtium seeds for next year. This is a jewel blend nasturtium, in case you're liking the flowers. So here's my little harvest, impromptu. I went out there for some lettuce to make a salad, and then I was like all excited about my pak choi and worried about how many of them were bolting already. And then I picked all these giant radishes because I'm hoping that if I pulled these big ones, the other ones will mature a little more. Wow. So this is my harvest this random afternoon.